to See the Seekers. I'm Tejal Patel, and this is the place to be if you're looking to live consciously, spread love, and create peace and happiness in your life. In today's vlog, we are busting through the blocks of how can you be financially abundant and also have a spiritually inspired business. I see so many entrepreneurs who are movers and shakers, who have visions, and they want to do their passion and be prosperous at the same time. And I want you to know that is meant for you. God and the universe wants us to be prosperous, because if we're focusing on our spiritual gifts and we're giving, then when we're not worried about our money, we can continue to give. And when we have more abundance, we can continue to touch more people. So know that that is what you're meant to do. You are meant to turn on that flow, raise your vibrations, and be in that space of attracting a financial abundance. But remember, that should not be your first purpose. To raise your vibrations, you have to live in the space of sharing your natural gifts, being of service, being of purpose, and helping other people. So this recently came up for me because I heard Raw Goddess had this interview with Gabby Bernstein, and she has this business model where she helps people who are entrepreneurs really create this vision and get paid. And her tagline is be true to you, get paid, and do good. And I see that this is going to be the new business model for the world. And traditionally, it's been a nonprofit, for-profit, and now we're seeing this for-purpose business model. And you can be abundant and be of purpose. So I was thinking about that, and then I was at my Kundalini training, and we were talking about Seva. And Seva is unconditionally helping and being of service and giving your gifts without any recognition. And I kind of felt, okay, well, how can you be of Seva and then also have a spiritually inspired business? And as I meditated on it, we're exactly supposed to have that. They're two separate things. Most of the times we feel that they're blended together. You can't be giving your natural gifts and God-given gifts and your spiritual service and expect to get paid from that. And that's absolutely wrong, because the whole idea of what we're trying to do is create a positive energy exchange with our finances, that someone feels that they've been touched, they've been blessed, and they feel good about giving their money. Because let's be real, this money is not mine, it's not yours, it's not the bank's, it is God's money. And we are just given a certain amount to use, to give and to receive, to have this energy exchange. And when we're gone, we don't take that with us. What we're looked at is how we made that energy exchange, how we gave, because it's really not ours to give. So I think busting through that ego thought that, oh, it's my money, it's what I want to use for it. No, it's not your money. You're just allowed to use this money during your lifetime. So how you use it and for what purpose and what intention is your free will. So here are some limiting beliefs that I had to bust through that I think will be beneficial for you, for these entrepreneurs with these for-purpose business ideas, that how can you be abundant and feel comfortable being abundant. And the first thing, like I mentioned, is be spiritually focused first, and financial abundance will flow. Because you're living in the space that you're trusting that that will flow to you when your vibration is high. And one of the biggest things that goes along with this is defining success. I think the definition of success is changing. For most of the time, for most people, you're defined in your self-worth by how much money you make, how much you have in your bank account, what's your credentials. And that's going to change. That's not the most important thing. I think where it's shifting is that how many people have I touched, how many people's lives have I impacted, and am I having fun doing it? Am I alive? Am I really expressing my soul's true purpose? That is how we're going to be sustained, how we're going to feel satisfied, and that's going to equal success. And the next thing I think that we need to shift out of is our vision of how our life is supposed to look. I think traditionally it was very linear. You get a job, you work for someone, or you create your own business, and you're working really hard. You're making things happen, and it's a tough life. And you slave, you work, you get a paycheck or whatever, however form of income, and you're saving. And then one day you have this bright light at the end of the tunnel where you retire. You create this nest egg and then you can enjoy and you travel and you can just relax. And this model always seems so bogus to me. I'm like, you enjoy when you're in your 60s? What about my prime, when I'm in my 30s or when I'm in my 40s? And really, I think the model is shifting. It's when you're of service, when you're consistently living from the space that I want to inspire others, I want to be beneficial, I want to change the world. That doesn't have a time limit. It's not, okay, I'm 65, I've connected, and I've helped enough people, my karma's clean, I'm done, I'm just going to smooth sail now. No, till the day of your last breath, you're going to inspire and help and serve. And financial abundance is going to flow to you in different means beyond your even comprehension because you've lived in that space of creating that vibration. I'm going to give, I'm going to serve, I'm going to help, and I'm going to honor my soul's purpose. That is the new model. It's a consistent cyclical model of being happy, having abundance, being of service. It's like that model, and it's not a timeline where you rest and relax. You do that throughout your life. The next thing I think is how we change our money exchange and what we view of that. I think we need to pray before we pay. And I think that we have to be really mindful of the energy impact that we're putting when we're giving out money. Because like I said, it's not our money. So be mindful of how you feel when you're giving money and how you feel when you're receiving money. Be grateful. Be gracious when you're giving and say it. Be like, I'm thankful to the person for the services or whatever. And that is going to create a natural, universal flow of financial abundance. I think the next big thing is having the trust and the faith that your needs are always going to be met financially. When you're living from that space of Gandhi, he has this beautiful quote, and I'm just going to paraphrase it, but the world has enough for your need, not enough for your greed. And I think that when we're living from the space that we're going to be giving, and our needs are not going to be as boisterous as you think they're going to be, but know that your needs are always going to be met. And if you feel like your needs are not met, then you need to rework and revision what you think your needs are. And if you feel like you need more, then it's start to raise your vibrations. That's how you get the flow to come in. So I really think it's important for us to break through these blocks as we see more entrepreneurs developing, creating, following through on their missions. You need to feel comfortable with that energy exchange and be honest and truthful and create these wonderful for-purpose businesses and be abundant spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially. So I hope this serves you well. Until next week, my friends, Sat Nam. Bye.